Hello everybody. Today in this video we'll talk about creating a user in a Linux operating system. We'll create a user, give a password, create a password for it, and also create a group, and then we'll assign that group into the user. Okay, so to create this type of operation, to do all this kind of operation, you will have to have a sudo access. The user that is creating this kind of this users will need to have a sudo access. What I mean by that? Who am I? For example, here it is. This is the user will need to have a sudo. Will need to be able to do stuff with the sudo command, or will need to be able to go to the root user. So usually it's always preferable to do sudo from your account. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I will create a user and create a password for it, and then the user will need to have also a home directory, and again the password I will have to create a password for it so that we can log in using the password. Okay, so for that, for example, creating the user, the command is useradd. Okay, so like I mentioned, to run this useradd, you need to have a sudo level. Okay, so as you see here, how do you do this user? How do you use it? It's showing you all the options that you would want to use. Like if you want to have a base directory, if you want to have something like a little different, a little what do we call it? Something that not to the default kind of operation when creating a group or a user. This is what you can see all these options that you would like to use. But normally we can do the here. If I go back, useradd. The aim is normal, the very normal that we would like to use. This aim is help us to create a home directory for that user with the same name under the home directory, and also that would be we'll be able to what we call to log in from the remote server and then land into that home directory. So let's say I want to create a new user that's called demo. Okay, so what this means is I created a user pretty much like I showed you who am I, like this user, and then also I created a home directory. If you do here ls-la, I create already a home directory is created for it. If you do ls-la, you will see the owner of this directory, and also as you see a demo group is already created, which is awesome. Okay, very awesome. At this point, what it means is this group is just a default group that created for it, and that it's only for that. But there are times that, as you know, we would like to add this user into a different group to have a permission level that we'll see later in our our next video. But it's always good to add a user to multiple groups so that that will have the opportunity to have access to a certain folder that is owned by different user. Okay, for that we'll need to create a group, a group that will be common to multiple other users. This one is just a user that's just created for it. So let me create a password for it as well now. Okay, since it's already created. Okay, since it's already created, I can now create a password for it. Okay. Otherwise, I could have used it. By the way, I could have used it when I was creating the originally. I could have used it like this, password. For example, password. This would have been the user. But I think since it's already created, I don't think so it will allow me to do that. See, it's already exists, so I cannot do this anymore. But at the beginning, I could have used it all in one. Okay, but that's okay. We have also a better way. Okay, so what we do is user password. Okay, demo. What it means is we will have to assign a new password to this user. If I do this, new password. Okay, I'm gonna go password, just password. Okay, bad password. Of course, it's always bad. Password is bad password. I'm gonna do that and password. Okay, so now I'm able to I was able to create the user and also assign a password for it. Plus the user that was created has a home directory for itself. If you do this, what I mean by that is, if I su means what, switch directory. So if I go to demo, I am now in demo. If I do who am I now, it's going to be a demo. So if I go to home directory and then if I do pwd, it is under the home directory. So a home directory is already created. So like I mentioned, what comes next is create a group. The same thing, we used the useradd for creating a user. There will be also another command called what? Groupadd. Previously was useradd, now it's a groupadd. So let me create a group called demo group. Okay. Now a group is created. A group is created. How do we know, by the way? How do we know a group is created? How do we know a user is created? The best way also is to go to etc. I mean, in this, if I open this, it's too much. But let me cut to that password. This is the password. This is the for the users. See here, it is demo. Demo is here, and it's under the home demo. It's also a bash, which means I can. It's normal account. As you see here, those guys here, no login. Those you cannot log in with those accounts. No login, no login. A lot of them are no login. Yep, except root. So with those guys, you wouldn't be able to log in from remote. It's only this demo that we just created. You can use this user and the password that we created to log in from remote. Anyway, this is out of topic. The other one is the groups. Okay, the group here in this group as well. I should be able to see demo group. Sorry, how do I? It's here all the way at the bottom. Boss. Yeah, cat group. Grab demo. See, inside this file there is two folder. By the way, yeah, I got it now. By the way, when you create a user, it creates a group with itself, right? The same. I mean, whatever. It creates a user the same with the same name. It creates a group with the same name as the user, right? It creates a user. It creates the home directory. It creates even a group with the same name. So how about when you delete the group with the user? it means it takes them all, except the folder, the home directory folder. So what it means is the group would go away. That's why it's always better to create a group separate and so assign to it, and also give it different permission accordingly. Anyway, so as you see here in this group file, those two demos are already created. So plus I would also using this ID. This ID means ID is myself now. ID to the current user. Its a name is here. This one is a group, part of this group. Also, it's a part of this group. It's part of this wheel. It's part of the admin. It's part of the Docker. It's all part of the group IDs. Okay, GID is the default group. Okay, but anyway, so what we're saying is you can see also ID demo, right? So we only have one group assigned for this file, for this user. Okay, it's only demo group, which is here. There is no demo group for this one yet. Why? Because we didn't add it. So we need to add it. How do we do that? Sudo, of course, because you're doing some big job here, bigger operation here. That's why you need to have a root level or sudo access. So that's why I do sudo usermod. It's going to be usermod, and it's going to be a-g. It's going to be demo, the demo group, and then demo. Okay, so it's a user mode. We're doing some kind of modification. We are going to add into the group of this guy, of this folder. Okay, what it means is now, if you I remember this one, we did this when we did this. Actually, this is nothing. Actually, it added, by the way, it added it, right? It added also another user here, if you look at that. But we can also look at the ID demo, if you remember. Previously, it was only this, but now this demo group is also now added, which means this demo is now part of the group, part of another group. This demo user is part of another group. That's why it's great. We can customize this demo group or add more users into the demo group, and then when a folder is there that is owned by another folder, but by another user, but is part of the demo group, you can you can make sure demo has access into that folder, because they have what, a group, a common group. Based on that common group, this demo user can have access to that folder, even though it's owned by different user. I mean, we will talk about given permission to or control permission of a folder or a user to different users in a different video. But for now, our aim is to create a user and then to create a group. Creating a group and then assigning a user to another group as well, beyond the default group that get created when you are creating the user. For now, I'm not going to delete this because we will use it later in the, like I said, in the given permissions or managing the permission and ownerships of a different folder. So I'll leave it here. But for now, I hope this was informative for you guys, and until the next video, bye. Thank you.